It was supposed to be the perfect plan, stimulate the economy to avert a recession and provide much needed housing to the less well off. But in New South Wales, the federal government's nation-building stimulus plan, like the Building the Education Revolution, has failed to live up to expectations across a number of projects. In 2009, the New South Wales Department of Housing was provided with almost $2 billion to build hundreds of affordable social housing projects. After a competitive tender process, the winning construction company started to build last year, but some were never completed and the money to build them has gone. Caro Meldrum Hanna reports on what went wrong for one of these companies.
I feel as if my heart's sunk, you know. 1 minute something's there and it's in your grasp and you felt so happy. Now, no. I feel as if we're never ever going to get there.
It wasn't meant to be like this for 64-year-old Pauline Sate and her husband David. In December, they were due to move out of their public housing home of 32 years here in the southern Wollongong suburb of Dapto and into a new housing project purpose-built for the elderly.
And that's our lovely little unit.
I mean, 4 months later and we're still here.
What's it like living like this, surrounded by boxes?
Oh, Christ.
I just open the door and I look at it and I close it quick because I think they're never going to move.
It's frustrating. Needing stuff and finding that it's packed.
The Sates were supposed to be the beneficiaries of the federal government's economic stimulus package. Instead, they've become victims of a multi-million-dollar disaster. A disaster overseen by the New South Wales Labor government and administered by Housing New South Wales that's just starting to unravel across the state.
I think we've inherited worse than a mess. This is absolute incompetence.
In 2009, the federal government gave New South Wales Labor $1.9 billion to build more than 6,000 social housing units for the low-income elderly, disabled and homeless. And this is what some of those social housing projects look like today, 8 months after they were originally meant to be completed. Outside one, a group of builders are checking on their old worksite.
Every taxpayer is paying for this, where we'd all want to get back on site, get it finished, get the people in and then just move on.
But they're not here to complete the work. Instead, they're here to make sure no work gets done at all, barricading 2 unfinished worksites in the Illawarra and another in Coffs Harbour until they're paid the monies they're owed. How much are you out of pocket now?
$190,000.
240,000.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, not too good.
You struggling?
Yeah, we're struggling.
You're one of many subcontractors here today. How many more are you? How many more?
I don't know. I think we go into the hundreds, actually. It's not just this area. It's in Sydney and also Coffs Harbour. I've spoken to a few of the boys up there and they're all doing it tough, all in the same situation. So.
All burnt by Pearl?
All burnt by Pearl.
These building subcontractors are among hundreds of creditors left more than $11 million out of pocket when the small building company they were working for, Pearl Proprietary Limited in Sydney, went bust in January.
Although nothing more than office and shop fitters, prior to getting the contracts,